Panda presents
Jake Martin.
This month, me and Cy get to talk to singer-songwriter and purveyor of DIY folk punk, Jake Martin, as he prepares for his second EP release. Jake is perhaps better known as vocalist for Brighton's ska-core band, The Junk, and although the instrumentation is different, the core of Jake's songwriting stays the same.
There was a hiccup at a show a while back, and all the electrics died, and I picked up an acoustic, and I did just a song on my own. And after, I think, 5 years of touring The Drunk, someone came up to me and went, "I didn't even know you played guitar." And it was kind of depressing. So the instrumentation is obviously, because it's acoustic, it's totally different. But lyrically wise, it's kind of the same stuff. It's just me being sarcastic. Is the best way to put it, really. Taking things that I think are important or things that have affected me, and kind of putting a nice sarcastic spin on it to make it kind of more listenable to. It's the same kind of thing, really. I think it's very difficult to kind of not write the way that you write, if that makes sense. It's going to be very different to the ear, but essentially it's still kind of my humour and my spin on things.
So what do you tend to draw inspiration from in terms of for lyrics and music and whatever? Like, what inspires you? What drives you?
What makes you go?
That's the one.
I feel like I should have like a snapback answer, because I've been asked it, but really it's kind of a mixture of two things. There's the political side of things, which obviously The Junk in the first kind of album really went for.
Yeah.
And that was the first album where really I had like space to kind of yell at people about things that I thought mattered. I have this thing where I try to, if I go to write a song, I try to look at it and kind of go, "Has somebody else already written this song?" So I'm trying to find really weird and wonderful things to write songs about. So the new EP that's coming out is basically lots of stories from me being on the road with The Junk and you know, solo stuff, and just weird ways of looking at things. As I mentioned, like I really like sarcastic songs. I think honesty sells really well in a song. If you ever get to that point where you're writing something and you think, "Oh crap, should I be saying this?" then the answer is yes, you definitely should. Bands like Rage Against the Machine, I grew up listening to. I love that kind of stuff. You know, no effects for the comedy value of things. You know, even though I've got a song kind of, well, I wouldn't say mocking the man. I get compared a lot to Frank Turner, because I'm a small English boy with an acoustic guitar, and I have a bit of a nonchalant accent. But I love Frank Turner. And then, to be fair, my main lyrical influence ever, Elliott Smith, actually. And you would never see it in the songs at all. Yeah. But he's just his songs were amazing. So he'd be my main one, I think.
Cool. Are there any instruments you'd really love to use but haven't been able to find a player for?
You know, with The Junk, like, all the horn section was always my dream when I was kind of a kid. It's so hard to find a decent horn section, so I kind of managed that. But now, it's kind of gone to strings, really. I'd love to get some more violin going. I really like the idea of a decent string section. So really, what I'm aiming to do, maybe for the next one, would be to have like a full kind of like violin, cello, like maybe a quintet or something. That'd be absolutely gorgeous, because I really love that kind of acoustic string fill.
In all the time you've been involved with the Cambridge music scene, how have you seen it evolve, and has it been for the better?
It's a really, really weird one with the Cambridge music scene. I actually left Cambridge when I was 20 because I wanted to go elsewhere and make music. And I felt that the city itself wasn't really geared for music. You know, the universities and the local council don't really need it. It's more, you know, so it's always that kind of one hand versus the other thing with Cambridge. But that being said, I mean, because of that, because it's so hard in Cambridge, it makes people try harder. You have people like Last Gang in Town who are now running one of the biggest stages at Boomtown. Yeah. You've got Simon from Green Mind, who is doing fantastically well at putting on gigs. In a way, even though it's harder to make music in Cambridge, I think it makes people try a lot harder. Yeah. And when you do take it outside of Cambridge, you've done all the hard work.
Paint our own pictures, we sing our own anthems round here. He's building a canvas, each stranger's an eager ear. We paint our own pictures, we sing our own anthems round here. He's building a canvas, each stranger's an eager ear. thick London accent. So you'll buy this song, and I'll never pay to play, so fuck these agencies today, it's all so wrong. I won't sell out unless the money's good. Oh, whatever, twat, please don't look at me like that, you know you would. I won't stop screaming, I'll do this till I die. Friends all say it's time to settle down and toe the line. I ask them why. Because I'm happy. I'm happy with this life. These little songs I sing and these little crowds they bring, that's fucking right. Paint our own pictures, we sing our own anthems round here. These buildings are canvas, these strangers are eager ear. We paint our own pictures, we sing our own anthems round here. These buildings are canvas, these strangers are eager ear.
EP is currently in the works. Got a release date and a name for it yet?
I'm recording in next week. The EP is being released by Aaahh Records.
Wicked.
It comes out mid-August-ish, just before the September tour, and it will be called For Fuck's Sake Jake. Aaahh Records are being lovely about it. They're basically paying for everything,
yeah.
which is lovely. It's
nice.
it's my first EP really as a solo artist. The other one I don't really count because it was just kind of done between junk tours because I wanted something to do.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I actually put together a group of songs that I want to actually tour and release. I kind of agreed to, I was like, yeah, wicked, we'll put out the EP. And then I was like, oh God, I mean, they could be anyone really. I had heard the name. And then I looked on the website and I realised, they've been releasing people that I've been listening to for years, very discreetly and very well. And I couldn't be happier with Aaahh really, because they're a really, well, as it says on a fiercely independent label, and he sticks to that. And also they put out really good music. I was a bit chuffed once I actually, I was chuffed anyway that someone would be putting out the EP, but when I actually looked at the other artists he put out, it was kind of like, oh wow, I love all these people.
Yeah, my name's going to be up in between these other names.
Yeah, exactly. It was beyond flattering really, and lovely people to work with.
So when the EP's released, where can we find it?
Standard places really. I think I will have a Bandcamp thing, iTunes, things like that, and then dotted around, your local independent punk store should you have one. All ages records, things like Punk Bunker. Most places have these little outlets, so I know they're going to go into a lot of them.
So there's a series of photos on your Facebook page of you having drinks thrown at you, like quirky photo shoot idea, or did somebody actually get really annoyed with you for some reason?
It was a quirky photo shoot idea that came from the idea that people are always annoyed at me.
So both.
Both, basically. I hate having photos done. Despite my my confidence and ego, I really hate having photos done. And also I hate the idea of, I've done so many band shoots where, it's just kind of like, stand like that and sit against the wall and look cool and then we'll put your band logo. It's kind of all been done before. I found a photographer. I was told to go see a guy called Matt, basically. I met Matt and I went, oh crap, I've actually known you since I was 15. We all thought Matt was dead. We were all told that Matt was dead. Matt went missing about 7 years ago. He was like, no, I'm not dead. I'm now a very good photographer. And we spoke about what we wanted to do, and I kind of explained to him that I didn't want to do the normal band shots thing. So we did loads of cool stuff. He went and waded into the cam and kicked water around. I will say this, man, if you're ever looking for photos, get Matt Widgery to do it. The man was balls deep in the river cam at 9 o'clock in the evening taking my picture. That's dedication to your art. I don't care who you are or what you do, that's fair play. But obviously with the EP being called For Fuck's Sake Jake, which is because it's a phrase that I hear a lot and I think it's quite funny. Like at the end of the first day of photo shoot, we'll go to the day of, there was a gig on Roughneck, we're doing an acoustic show. Everyone was nice and drunk, and it was like, right, we had a queue of people, everyone gets a pint of water, everyone gets to slap me once and throw the pint of water over me, and Matt sat there with his camera on a high shutter speed. Most of them came out amazing. There was only one which came out really bad. So I know the gentleman, one of the barmen, Mike, he's rather large. I never realised this before, but Mike's hand is actually bigger than my face. Oh. So Mike kind of came up taking off his rings, and I've kind of gone, there's a picture of me just going, oh, shit. And obviously you've seen the pictures, you've got all these lovely droplets going over, so the shutter speed has to be really quick to catch those. Yeah. Mike hit me so fucking hard that there's only 2 pictures. Him there, and my head is out of shot before the shutter goes out, and I went halfway down the street.
Wow.
So yeah, it was a really fun photo shoot.
It sounds it.
Got slapped in the face a lot. It was pretty great. Okay, are you ready, Jake?
I am ready.
Excellent.
The lightning round.
Favourite Cambridge band?
The B-sides, Benjamin Sides, solo act, full band album dropping soon, amazing.
Awesome. What would you rather fight? 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
1 horse-sized duck, because ducks are, they're all flappy. As long as you can avoid the beak, I reckon I could take it. But pure numbers, I'd lose.
Cool.
Maybe you'll domesticate it, ride it around as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Ale, lager, bitter or otherwise?
Cider.
Cider.
But it has to be proper cider. I lived in Bristol for too long. I was spoiled. None of the strong bullshit. Somerset cider in it, but
Good man. Good
Nice.
Man. Favourite condiment?
Sweet chili sauce every time.
Fair.
Awesome. That is the correct answer.
Yeah.
There is only one answer.
Yeah.
No, it has to be.
1 band you'd love to tour with, someone that could be career making.
Right. This isn't lightning me at all. Crap. The obvious answer would be somebody like Frank Turner. If I could go back in time, could I go on tour with Miles Davis?
Yeah, that'd work.
Because that would be amazing.
What would you rather eat? 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
I was trying to do the maths with this, like counting ducks into horse shapes, and I'm gonna go for the horse-sized duck because I do
horse-sized duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that'd just be a giant duck.
Yeah. Massive, huge, big fuck-off duck,
Yeah,
and
get
also
a massive pancake sorted.
But that's what I was thinking. Yeah, you like
Oh, yeah, of course, ducks are
a
actually
barrel
edible.
of dipping sauce.
Yeah.
Politics and music, yes or no?
Obviously, if anyone's ever heard the Junk, then yes, I do agree with it completely. Politics in music is a great thing, and I think everyone, freedom of speech, everyone should be able to say what they want to say and get their voice heard. But also, I do steer clear of it in certain songs, in certain situations, because I'm just bored of having political conversations with drunk anarchists after the show.
Right,
So you survived the lightning round, so that would score what? A yes?
A yes.
A yes for surviving.
You win a yes.
You win a yes.
Well, thanks again, Jake, for coming on. It's been an absolute brilliant pleasure.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Well, twinkle, twinkle, little star, why do you have to be so far away to brighten up my day? My darling girl, where do you stay? When I'm at my worst, you simply lay me down. Spin this round and round. Whoa, brother dear, I'm drunk again. I need a penny, need a friend to help me out, 'cause this winter holds its doubts. Wanna save us all, but just can't grasp the politics of tearing us apart. Tick of losing, feels like we're losing. No one ever told me that when seen better days. But anyway, why should I care? I am what I am. Tick of losing, feels like we're losing. No one ever told me that when seen better days. But anyway, whoa. his hat on, but he doesn't want to play. Says the world has grown too cynical and it complicates his day. The moon he loves our folly, so he follows us around. Says tonight's the night to drink and fight, burn this town to the ground. The lights come up at 10 feet tall, a dusty throw, a broken ode to myself, to leave the ego on the shelf. Different, I think you're wrong, I've known it all along. You can tear this world to pieces, I still find peace in a song. Too confusing, feels like we're losing. No one ever told me the plan. Seen better days, but anyway, why should I care? I am what I am. Too confusing, feels like we're losing. No one ever told me the plan. Seen better days, but anyway.
So,
So you guys are the most dysfunctional couple I've ever met.
I know, right?
why do people keep saying that?
Because
It's your fault.
Because we bicker. This is exactly what they mean.
Have you had the conversation about who the guy would be?
Not yet.
It's quite obviously him.
All right then. That was a really easy conversation.
Well, I was going to say the proof is in the pudding.
They got really dark really quickly.
That's what I do.
For fuck's sake, Jake.
As if to prove my point.
Oh my god.